Good morning, interwebs. It is 11:15, and once again we have another random day where I woke up at like 9. Which is just frustrating, but whatever. Steve and the kids are at the library at reading group, and I'm home. Got this morning, packed orders for Etsy, had a bagel, watched a few vlogs, and then I got dressed, and then I got dressed again. I got dressed, and I just wasn't happy with what I was wearing. Like, it just didn't feel right, and it was actually making me kind of itchy in one spot, so I was like, you know, I'm gonna change. So I did. I'm a strong believer. And if you need a little kick in the pants, fake it till you make it. And for me, there's a few things that go into that. Usually, I put on makeup, which in my case, I only wear eye makeup. I've never been like a full face kind of person. And in fact, I can't wear any like lip makeup. It makes my lips break out, which is just a thing. But I wear eye makeup, so put on eye makeup and earrings. When I worked, you know, outside the home, even when I was working in food service, I always wear earrings every day when I go to work. So it's like part of the ensemble. When I'm gonna just embrace that I'm up and I'm doing something, eye makeup and earrings. Now I went through a phase for a while where I wasn't wearing eye makeup because, well, when you cry a lot, then it just like melts down your face. But sometimes, if you don't want to cry a lot, wearing eye makeup will keep me from crying because I don't want to mess it up. Not that I'm crying a lot these days, but as you know, there's been plenty of crying in my recent past. So, that is all to say that I am up and I'm dressed, and now I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out my list paper. Ooh, which one do I want to use today? Now, I have two little notepads like this, and I pick. Actually, I have a third one. I don't know where it is. But anyways, I go, which one should I use? I'm going to use this one with the little edges today because it makes me happy. And then I'm going to grab myself a random marker. I'm going to make my list on my little paper with my big marker. Things to do today. I don't feel like I get very much done in a day, but I get messages from some of you saying that I do. So I feel like that means I should go do some things instead of just sitting on my butt. Yeah. That's the idea to take my daughter to dance. That's one thing. And I do intend to include a few things on my list that I've already done. That's my tip for you. So like, on my list it will say, take a shower. Because today was the day I took a shower. It doesn't happen every day. I'm a mom with 3 kids. So as you know, showering every day is not always something that happens. It was when my kids were really small. Actually, that was one of the weird priorities that Steve and I set when we had babies, was that I got to shower every single day. We made sure because it just made me feel like a human instead of a human cow because I nursed all my kids. So it's like every day I got to take a shower. But now my kids are older, so now I take one when it's convenient. So every 2 to 3 days because, yeah, that's not gross. Not at all. Anyways, I also am going to include get dressed because I got dressed. Shoot, I should cross it off twice because I've been dressed twice. But no, I'll just cross it off once. And I ate breakfast this morning, which I don't do every day. So I'm going to write breakfast, cross it off. Also on there will be included lunch and dinner. And take my daughter to dance. That's already 6 things that are going to be on my list. And I only have 12 spots on this paper, so I can only include 12 things for the day. So I will include 6 other things beyond those. And one of those is going to be, I need to upload a vlog. So there's one. And so it just, you know, it fills out a list pretty quickly, but it's not like the things on my list are gigantic. Intentionally. Because I could make a list with 12 things that are each week's worth of work. Believe me, I've done it before, and all it does is make you feel like crap. So, I'm going to go and make my reasonable list of 12 manageable things, and hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have completed them all. We'll see. Okay, off to go and find a marker, make my list. It is 6:38, and we have returned from dance class, and while my daughter was at dance, we went to Walmart, and I got a couple more of these containers to actually lock together, and a few of these to store beads in. I know I told you I was going to do this the other day, but I could not get the bead box up the stairs because Steve had put something heavy on top of it, so I asked him to do it for me, and he did it like 2 days ago, but I did not have the containers, so I am now getting on it, but I'm so excited. So I was going through the beads. Okay, Jezebel, you're really not going to make anything good happen. Hey, get down. Thank you. So I'm looking through stuff. I found leftover beads from the jewelry that I made for my wedding, which I think might become something special for potentially purchase for people. Wouldn't that be fun? But the thing I found that I'm so excited about, I did not make. Firstly, I found this. This is the jewelry from Steve's senior ball that my sister made for me. It's red and black wire. She did all this like cool curly Q wire work stuff. And I had this really cute red dress. And there's like a beading stuff in here. Ooh, there's earrings. I forgot the earrings are in here too. There's a bracelet and earrings that match. So those will probably be making an appearance in my life again. But the thing I'm most excited about is this. So, this is a tanzanite bracelet that Steve got me, many, many years ago, like well before we got married. So I wear this heart necklace all the time. He got that for me for our 1-year anniversary. So in 2002, have I really been wearing this for 16 years? Might be. Yep. I think that's right. So yeah, because he had graduated, but I was still in high school. Yep. So I've been wearing this forever. I actually am more attached to this necklace than I am to my wedding ring, interestingly. And for another occasion, he bought me this bracelet. And I didn't used to wear it very much because I didn't have a lifestyle that was conducive to it. But I've wanted to wear it, and then I could not find it. But I found it. It was in with my special beading things. I don't know. But I'm going to put it on, and then I'm going to wear it. I'm going to just leave it on, I think, if it'll fit. And just kind of like I wear this, I wear it in the shower, I wear it all the time. And I'll just wear it because good jewelry, like that you care about, is meant to be worn. Even if it wears it out, I'd rather have it worn and like loved than in a box that nobody knows about. Right? Right. And by the way, it's getting warm. Like my house is really super muggy. They're calling for some severe weather potential, and there's already been some tornado. So there's two versions. There's a watch, which means that weather has the potential that something could happen. And then there's a warning, which means that there's radar indications that something is or like has happened. So you have those for both severe storms and tornadoes, which a lot of you probably know because you live places that have this kind of weather, but I also know that a lot of you don't. So they have put out severe storm warnings, and then there are also tornado watches in effect, which means there is weather that is conducive for tornadoes occurring, but there have been no tornadoes found on radar yet in our immediate area. So it's the first night of that, and yeah, it's getting a little muggy in the house, but it's just the way it's gonna be. Okay, off to put my bracelet on and then continue to dig through this mountain of beads. 7:09, and more fun things are coming out of this box. So there's this bracelet, which my sister made for my senior ball, and this necklace, which I tried to put on, and it used to look better on me. It's beautiful, but my neck just does not fit it like it once did. And then these are the earrings that I wore, I'm fairly certain. But I think she made me this pair too, which I think I might just start wearing because they're a bit much, but I don't really care. I think they're amazing. So I think these are gonna be making an appearance in my life. I also found this pair of earrings, which I made, and this bracelet, which my sister made me. This is Kendra. Which is one of the things that made me want to actually start going into beading. I wanted to make and sell these like on the spot at craft shows or just in general. But it turns out, so the sterling silver letters are super duper expensive. Like it's an expensive gift as it is, but it would be a very expensive thing to source and have on hand all the time. Which is why that did not pan out. Back to digging through my beads with fancy earrings on now. Well, it is about 2:45 and I am heading to bed here. It's finally calmed down weather-wise. So tonight we actually got to go and hang out in the basement for a while today because there were tornadoes going through, or there were radar indicated tornadoes in a storm that went through the area adjacent to us. And like adjacent, I mean the next town. And our town's name was on the list that was like indicated. However, it fell out of being a tornadic storm as it got to us. So that is good. And they won't really know till the morning when the sun comes up what actually, you know, fully happened from the storm, because all of it took place after it got dark, which is kind of unfortunate, but they can tell so much by radar now that makes you feel a little safer. You just gotta do what is recommended when it comes to those things. I did have to wake Steve up, unfortunately, to go in the basement with us, but him and I have decided we'll just continue to be overly cautious, especially while the kids are younger. You know, first of all, I'd like them to get used to the idea of if we need to go in the basement for that sort of thing, that it's not like a super scary thing, for the fact it is kind of a scary thing. But also, they just require more assistance, so it needs to happen at a slower pace. Like when we got home and they were making dinner, I had them go and get their helmets, their bike helmets, because we keep those by the stairs to the basement when we have these sort of storms, because the main injuries and fatalities from tornadoes and things like that are actually with head injuries. So we have had people who are, you know, knowledgeable in those things and emergency preparedness suggest that if you can prevent a head injury by wearing, say, a helmet, that would be useful. So we sat in the basement and we all tried our helmets on tonight. It was unnecessary, but just to make sure that, you know, they were all adjusted properly and all the things. So we did that, and then there's another hailstorm that went through later, and like nothing huge, I don't think. Again, darkness, couldn't see. But yeah, I worked on cross stitch tonight. I'm really tired all of a sudden, so words are escaping me. But I graphed out another thing that I had wanted to make, so this is gonna hang above my kitchen door when it's done. There's the, whoop, that's not the side with the stitching. I'm trying to find the stitches so you can see them. There it is. So that's how far I am tonight. So like the spots that are empty are going to be filled in with another color ultimately, so I think it'll be cute. I've been thinking about this idea for a while, and Steve and I were talking through some more remodeling enhancement things for our kitchen, because, you know, we did the big remodel of the kitchen, but we didn't completely finish it because of time, energy, and finances at the time. We just stopped where we were at because it was usable, and the parts that we had finished were completely done. But there's another section we'd like to finish out, so working on that. And when it comes to that, I'd then like to decorate those areas of the kitchen, hence the cross stitch. I'm gonna go to bed, and I will see you all tomorrow. Nighty night.